What's going on?
Get dressed. I'll explain in the car. The DPA has launched a program to study the other side, the infraworld as they call it. They've created a condenser, a machine to open a rift to what lies beyond.
They've opened a passage? To Aiden's world?
Something happened last night. Entities got through the rift and we couldn't shut down the condenser. Everybody in the building was slaughtered. None of the rescue teams came back. They called and asked for your help. I told them you were just a child, that it was too dangerous. But they know only you know how to deal with what lies beyond the rift.
Go ahead.
Jodie, if you don't want to do it, just say, and I'll take you back.
It's all right. I'll do it.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Beyond Two Souls. We're entering this chapter named The Condenser with some rather heavy stuff.
Nathan, this is crazy. You can't send her in there. What are you thinking?
You don't understand. She's the only one that can stop this.
We got any information coming out of there yet? Anything?
I was gonna stop and see if I could listen to any more conversation, but most of it's just chitter chatter.
Oh.
Nothing too interesting. It seems like everyone's just gonna kind of ignore us and let us kind of save the day. It seems like not all entities are harmless like Aiden. Obviously, it seems like there has been a lot of damage caused by entities that come from some sort of spirit world, I guess. And unfortunately, because we're the only one that's attached to an entity, we don't have a lot of options.
The condenser is in the lower basement. You need to find the control room. That's all they could tell me. Jodie, the entities around the rift, they're not like Aiden. They're from the depths of the other side. We know almost nothing about them.
I've been living with an entity that I know nothing about since the day I was born. I get it. Don't worry. I don't plan on dying today.
She certainly has some balls. I would not want to be in Jodie's position right now. But hopefully, because we have Aiden by our side, this will go okay. Like Jodie said, she doesn't plan on dying. It would be a pretty short game if she did. It's pretty gross in here, though. It really looks like a massacre, some sort of slaughter fest of some sort. Oh, Jodie, where do we even start with this?
Great. Oh, the elevator's stuck.
You're not supposed to use the elevator in an emergency anyways. In case you get stuck. Alrighty, Aiden. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe we can get to where the elevator is actually stuck. And oh, there we go. I was gonna say we can actually fix the problem. Luckily, it's just a suitcase and not a dead body or something that we have to move. That should fix the problem. There we go. Alright, so far so good. Kind of. Sort of. Maybe. It's alright, Jodie, he's dead. I mean, it's not alright because he's dead, and this is probably terribly traumatic for you. I think around this time, Jodie's about 17. I think seeing a dead person like that would freak anybody out of any age, to be fair. And here we go, we can get a memory from this guy. We can tap into what happened to him.
Come on!
Poor guy. Well, buddy, I'm sorry. We're not going to be able to save all these poor people who have already been killed, but hopefully we'll be able to do something to stop any further massacre from occurring. And it looks like we're already on level 4. I think this is where Nathan said to go.
Nothing but death there.
I was waiting for that to happen. I was kind of thinking at some point that one of these guys was gonna pop up and kind of go boo. I don't really have a choice, buddy. I know, obviously, Captain Obvious here, that death has occurred. You know, that was kind of evident by the littering of dead bodies. But again, I don't really have much of a choice, unfortunately. Okay, what? Jodie, don't look back. No, just go. Keep moving. Do not. That actually scared the shit out of me. Don't look backwards. Don't look forwards. Just, I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Try to open it from the other side.
Okay. Now we're getting into some horror shit. Did that work? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe this will work? This is a button? Yeah, okay, there we go. Teamwork. You should have warned me about that guy.
I know.
If those
I can
entities
feel it too.
can possess
They're here.
people, like Aiden can possess
Stay
people,
close to me, okay?
we're gonna be in real trouble. Because I don't think these entities have any sort of good intentions, you know what I mean?
Call the emergency team. They're coming.
And this is pre-CIA Jodie, so she doesn't have all of her kick-ass CIA training. If she gets attacked down here, she's not gonna really have that many means of defending herself. She'll have Aiden, of course, but what's her and Aiden against a big army of entities? Now keep in mind too that as I'm channeling all these guys, it's completely optional. You do not have to do that, but if you do, it's worth a trophy. So I might as well try and channel as many of them as possible because it also allows us to get the best possible picture of what exactly happened here. I'm kind of at a dead end though. We can't crawl up there. This is too heavy to move. I wonder if Aiden can help us. There we go. We'll get him to move it. Problem solved. Thanks again, buddy. Like I said, teamwork. would not want to crawl through this at any given time, but especially not now. This is just a bunch of nope, 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 and nope. Aside from, you know, the one jump scare, things have been relatively calm so far. So let's hope the rest of the trip down here. Okay. Seriously, guys, stop fucking with me. We just want to get Jodie out of here alive. We want to figure out what the hell's going on with this condenser. Channel this guy while we're here. Don't forget about him.
Powerful concentration of energy, which allows us to open a temporary breach.
Those entities do look very similar to the ones that Jodie had seen in the mirror in our last chapter. I think I'm gonna have to switch to Aiden here. There's a lot of fire, and I don't think there's much that we're gonna be able to do about this. And luckily this isn't timed or anything like that. You know, you don't have to worry about Jodie suffocating and dying or anything like that.
Great. Now let's go.
It's just that if you take too long, she'll just give you an indication of where to go next if you're stuck. Looks like we can channel this guy. If you're not sure which guys you can channel, when you go into Aiden's view, you'll also be able to see the blue spirit on them, which will give you an indication as well.
Are you hurt? Can you move? I'm not gonna make it. Calm down. They're everywhere. Under control.
And a good question, too, is what would you do against a foreign kind of entity? Would bullets really do anything? I mean, I wouldn't think so, honestly, but I guess that's really the only option that they had. You know, it kind of goes back to building things that you can't destroy, or having power that you can't control. Like, that kind of seems to be the issue here. Scientists trying to figure out what's going on in the infraworld, but having no idea about what they're actually dealing with. Yikes. All of these guys seem like this was not a good way for any of them to go. We have to look around for this guy's fire extinguisher that he dropped. Obviously it's not here now. You can fool around with a bunch of extra things too if you want to. But once you're done screwing around, you can find the fire extinguisher on the other side of the wall of flames, and then Jodie can pick it up. Ah, Jodie, pick it up. There you go. Perfect. You know what would make this section a lot easier? If we just did that shield thing. I think burning to death and drowning, you know, would be like two of the worst ways to go. That's just not a pleasant thought. But as I was saying, if we could do that shield thing that we've seen Aiden be able to do, where he just completely protects Jodie, this would just make things a lot easier, wouldn't it? You think that she would be able to just walk through the flames if she was protected. But maybe she doesn't want to overexert herself. You probably want to have your wits about you in a place like this. I can hear somebody. Oh, looks like he's in this corner.
No, please, go away. God, no, please.
Easy. I'm Jodie. I work with Professor Dawkins.
The entities, they invaded the laboratory. Creatures from the depths. I managed to hide, but they're still here. I know they're still here.
Try to get to the elevator. It's working now. You should be able to get out.
You're staying here? But those things will kill you.
I'm not alone.
We always face death alone.
Thanks, buddy. That's oh. Yeah. Okay. Yep, see, that's what I was talking about. I really had a feeling that eventually we were gonna get super screwed by these entities. I guess it's probably more difficult for them to go into the body of a victim that's dead. So I wonder if nobody had survived and this guy wasn't alive, I wonder if we would ever face this situation or not. Either way, this can't be easy for Jodie because she has to defend herself, but I think this guy's technically still alive. I'm not sure if when the entities kind of possess the person, if they die right there and they're only kept alive by the entities or not. But really, you know, it would be like murder in self-defense, basically. But you gotta remember, you know, Jodie's a teenager. I guess she sort of knew what she was getting into by volunteering for this. But still, I don't think that anybody would kind of expect this. And what's more scary to me is that the entities must kind of know something about us. They probably sense that Aiden's around us. Otherwise, I don't think they would have been so hostile. Well, they probably would have attacked us directly instead of possessing somebody to attack us. These are all just theories, of course, and, you know, I'm just trying to make conversation as I make my way through here. But it is kind of interesting, going from Aiden, who seems relatively friendly and controllable, to these entities that are just pure evil and completely unstoppable and uncontrollable. Now, of course, I've already gotten the trophy for examining all of the bodies and getting all the memories, so I'm not going to be able to be sure if I've gotten them all or not. I'm just kind of doing this by memory, but I hope I haven't missed any. I think we've been relatively thorough so far. Open sesame.
Stay close, okay?
Alright, what are we looking for in this room? We've got to be close to where we're supposed to be now. This place, I was gonna say, feels pretty never-ending. How big is this laboratory? So see, now this kind of supports my theory a little bit, that if they had living people, or they had all of these people living, it would probably be easier for them just to possess them and use their body to attack us, but they have to resort to using items to attack us. And why on earth would there be a giant freezer down here? Oh, gross. Something about this site in particular is just really, really ghastly to me.
I can feel the echo on the other side. Let's take it really slow. Maybe we can slip through unnoticed.
And I'm sure that having Aiden doesn't make things easier. I'm sure that having him with us would make us even more detectable than just any normal human, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna go into view for a moment. I just want to make sure that none of these scientists on the floor are viewable, but it doesn't look like they are. I wonder if it's cold just because we're close to the condenser. Alright, nothing to look at in here. Just want to be very thorough, make sure I'm not missing anything. I don't really want to be here any longer than I need to be. I think we've already kind of overstayed our welcome, wouldn't you say? The entities are obviously not happy that we're here. Ah, of course it needs a pass card. Okay, time to look at some dead bodies and loot some people. I tried to look at this guy, I think. That didn't work. What about you? Do you have a pass? No, it doesn't look like it. Maybe one of these guys in here. Maybe that's why this room is open. They want us to look at one of these scientists in particular. No? You got nothing, buddy? Come on. One of you has gotta have a card of some sort that I can use. 'Cause I ain't going back. You know, I'm not going all the way back up there. I really hope that guy that attacked us didn't have the card. Wouldn't that be the shits? Have to go and loot his dead corpse. That would be rather unfortunate. Am I gonna have to look at every single one of you? It's probably gonna be the very last guy that we check. You? Neither? Oh, come on, guys. Or wait, hey. Did we look at this guy back here? He seems like the obvious choice. He's got the... Hey, he's got a card on him. He's got the spotlight on him. I guess I just didn't go far enough back. Sorry, buddy. I respectfully loot your corpse. Okay. Well. Perfect. This is just going so incredibly well. I get it. You don't like that I'm here. If you would just let me take the card, I will go and I will leave. Alright?
Come on. I need you now.
Oh god, okay. Luckily, because these guys are husks, it kind of looks like they're more possessed than anything else, and they can't really do much in the way of attacking. Not like that first guy we fought. He really put up a fight. These guys, not so much. But that is freaky as hell. That is something straight out of horror, and I don't like it. This is definitely not meant to be any sort of horror or jump scare game, but it does do a really, really good job of setting up the environment in some of these chapters to be very threatening and very spooky, I think, in my opinion anyways. This is probably one of the darker chapters of the game. And here's our condenser. Oh man, it is just crawling with entities. Look at those things. There's more of them?
They did it. Passage to the other side. Oh shit. My damn thing won't work.
Well, now we're fucked.
Another console. If I can get to it, we might still have a chance.
Now, if you can believe it, this chapter is even longer. I thought we'd be able to fit it into one video, but I am kind of getting short on video time, and I forget how much longer this chapter is. So I think we'll call it here, and we will continue on with part 2 of the Condenser in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.